giving me a warning that the temperature sensor, internal temperature sensor for the unit is not working properly. So this probably will happen next time around, that will remove number 8 and change this little temperature sensor. And this is even a smaller feat, but you still got to tear the whole thing apart to get to it. So it's not, I mean, it's quote unquote simple, but still difficult. Because that's the sensor you're going to replace. So it's like take the whole thing out, take it apart to get to this. Okay, so what we're going to do today is a little more exciting because it's actual real board. But this one, and again, you know, Alpac's pretty cool. They give you, and you'll be able to read them. They have a lot of wisecracks in their little instruction manuals on how they, you know, want you to do it. So it's kind of interesting what they do and how they work. So this they did send to me for free. Okay, so this is what gives it the energy that it has. Okay, so again, I'm going to check here and here.
You put your meter in what setting?
Volts DC.
Okay.
Okay, and make sure I don't have any power.
No reading.
Nothing. Well, it says 2 volts, so there's a tiny bit, a little bit. Okay, and then I flip it back over to AC, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to check down here on the board itself to see if between the neutral, which is a white, and the hots, which is this red one and this red one, if I have anything, and I do not. Remember, this is L2. Okay, come on in here. That's okay. So I'm going to check volts DC, right? So I'm going right to these connection points here. And I'm getting a little bit, 2 volts, so I'm getting a tiny trickle. So again, I'll just want to tape those off when I'm working on those.
You get your complete reading and read 120?
Well, no, this would be reading 48 to 60 volts DC, depending on the voltage of the batteries. Okay. See, right now we're not connected to the batteries.
You're reading 2 volts off the inverter?
Yeah.
That's just residual leakage off the catalytic caps.
A little bit, right. And then if I flip it to AC, then what I'm doing is see the board itself, because this board is called the AC board, because it's taking the AC terminals. If I connect up to one of the neutrals, and then touch the hot, if I don't have any voltage, then I don't have any voltage in or out of the unit. Okay? So that's what I'm checking. And then I'm going to disconnect the communication, because that's the part we need to turn off. So I'm just going to take that off. And what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect these. See, it's running, but the fan stopped.
It's cool. It's cool.
When it gets warm, it's going to run the fan to cool itself down, and once it gets to a certain temperature, the fan will stop.
I see.
Okay? So now what I'm going to do is we're going to disconnect these battery cables from the system. And I'm also going to tape them off. We know that there's no energy there, but we don't want them to fall into anything else or to touch anything else, so it's just better to remove this. And you notice again my wrench is insulated, so if I accidentally touch a piece of metal from it, it would hopefully be insulated.
There are 3 circuit boards inside the FX inverter. Normally, only 2 of these boards are candidates for replacement. The FET board.
Okay, so we're reading 2.5 volts.
It's respectable.
Okay?
Let's see here.
So we're good.